notice that we're sitting in a semicircle, and really the audience completes that circle for us.
And within this music world, you have this incredible responsibility and integrity, but also deep love and passion for what these instruments can give you in your greatest time of need, which is when you are on stage with your colleagues.
We have to always adapt some of our subtleties to make them come across more. Just as stage actors can't whisper like a film actor can, because the camera's right on their faces and the microphone's right there.
The Miró Quartet was formed in 1995. Daniel and I were students at the Oberlin Conservatory of Music in Ohio. And part of our responsibilities as music students, and it's the same responsibility that our students here at the University of Texas have, is to play a certain amount of chamber music. And so Daniel and I formed a quartet in order to really fulfill our requirement to make sure that we got our degrees. But what we realized very quickly was that we both loved playing string quartets. Chamber music was what we both wanted to do.
The composers that wrote for these, for the string quartet, had all these different options for writing the music. They could have chosen a symphony, they could have chosen opera, but when they write chamber music, they usually do that because they are expressing their most innermost thoughts. And so a lot of these pieces were written for spaces that are not concert halls. So the modern concert hall for chamber music in some ways does this music a disservice. But in that way, we have to deliver this music in all kinds of different spaces, and our relationship and our collaboration with the spaces becomes really dynamic, depending on how big the space is, how big the stage is, how we can hear each other across the way. In many ways, we enjoy playing our music the most in the spaces that are most like what they were written for, in living rooms and salons. And for a small audience like this is really our favorite ways of performing this music.
For this concert, Daniel and I have two very special instruments that are on loan to us from private individuals. Mine is a Niccolò Amati, made in 1660. And actually, this maker created and taught the maker of Daniel's violin, which is Antonio Stradivarius of 1711.
The composer will write us a framework, a set of notes, pitches, even how loud and how soft to play these different pieces of music on our instrument. But we really need, as instrumentalists, to engage with the music, to fill in the blanks, so to speak. There's many colors, there's many emotions, there's many nuances and subtleties of what we can do as a group and also individually to really heighten the emotional message of a piece. So in this way, we're very much collaborators with the composer to bring the piece to life from the page to your ears every time we perform a concert. This performance features a very, very perennially popular composer, Franz Schubert, from the early 19th century in Vienna. And this Schubertiad concert is a looking back to how this music was originally heard. When Franz Schubert was writing these pieces in his 20s and very early 30s, he would bring a new work to a group of friends in maybe a large room above a bar or a big living room that a friend might have. And his friends would get together, read the music, and discuss it and play. This concept of the Schubertiad, where a group of friends come together to explore music for the first time, is what we're presenting in this program.
It's been a really spectacular 18 years of a very interesting life of traveling around the world playing chamber music. There's a real synergy between audience and performer. And to me, that's one of the great gifts of being live on stage. it's been a really exceptional ride. I don't think we would trade it for anything. It's been transformative.